Commence primary ignition.
Well, hello there.
Hi. We have a bit of a fudge here, you guys. Sorry. Overlay. There's like 5 different overlays, and I'm like, I just need the one. Like, you guys, just give me the one.
We can work in the background tonight.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
This is why you should
Welcome
never press the button.
to the unscheduled version of Clone Wars Revisited. Just in case you can't read, we'll be doing Season 2, Episode 4, The Senate Spy.
Yeah,
and I am spelling all this out so that I can give my partner, Ashlee, more time to find our little screen so that you can see our pretty little face.
Oh, yes, I found it. Sweet.
Aha! I had faith in you all along.
There we go.
A little adjustment we may need.
Beep. Boop. Let's see if I can.
This is when
Hello,
you go. Jeff, Dave.
Bueller. Anyone?
I'm down here.
I know. It's such a pain in the keister. Okay, so for those who don't know, I got kicked out of StreamYard and just kind of figuring it out right now. Nope, that's not it.
Just making this up as we go along.
Yeah.
Look, the entertainment value in just what we're doing right now is off the charts. You won't find this on any other podcast besides the amazing Clone Wars Revisited.
Y'all, we're trying.
Virtual Cantina. You just keep playing and I'll just keep talking.
Yeah, that's great.
You know,
oh, did we get it? We got it. Okay.
There we go. Bang. We are on. Look at us.
Here.
Professionals.
Somewhat.
Experts.
Mostly.
I'm buying it.
Okay, good. Somebody is. How is everybody? How are you doing, Skip?
I'm doing pretty good. And thank you, Troy. Our theme music does bang.
Honestly, I'm like, where did you find this theme music? It's pretty phenomenal. And it fits. It totally fits. Like, did Kevin Kiner write this directly for us? I gotta know. Yeah, we get to see Anakin be struck by the green-eyed monster tonight. Oh boy, Jelly Annie. We saw that in episode 3. We know where that goes. Hi, Sherry.
I was
Hi, Troy.
Because I was running around doing a bunch of things. Bridget just got back from a trip with a friend of hers from high school. They had to go searching for a place for Amy to have a part-time home, otherwise known as, to many people, Austria. So she was in Europe from Wednesday until this morning. She left about 3:00 in the morning our time.
Oh, what a flight! Oof.
By the time I get off this show, she will be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she will be snoozing.
If that were me, it'd be a miracle I even bothered to prepare myself for bed. I'd just drop right there, out cold.
Now you were doing wonderful, but I, on the other hand, am trying to get because I usually try and get my stuff queued up before the show. So while we're talking, you'll see my head looking up because I'm queuing my Disney Plus machine as as Dave likes to always say.
You know, I like to think that if you pay for a streaming service, you're paying for a streaming service. It shouldn't matter how many accounts you have on it or how many people you have on it. You're paying for the streaming service.
Well, Disney has their 8 things can be hooked up, but each one of my TVs for them is a different device, and so I've got Office, which is, and then 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, and my phone and Bridget's phone, and all of a sudden we're past it. And if one of my children's I have to go through every once in a while and kick the kids off, hey, you don't live here. Now Avery's still living in the house, so she gets to watch it. But
there you go.
She's back. She's like a good boomerang. You throw it and it swings back around and comes back to you.
That's a really good analogy. I haven't heard that before, and I have
my mother came up with that.
Yeah,
I think it was after my first divorce, my only divorce. And I had to. I was trying to build something, and so I came to stay with her while I was building my house. And she's like, "Yeah, you're like a boomerang. Throw them away, and it come whipping right back around." I said, "You're so funny,
Yeah,
you think you're a professional comedian, mother?"
Sounds like my mom after my divorce.
Somebody has a sense of humor at that moment in your life.
Oh my God, for real.
And it wasn't going to be you or me at that time.
Nope. Yeah.
General Kenobi to
Yeah.
Mr. Halter with the hello there.
I think it's so cool, Troy, that you're going to go meet Dedra. And
I want to meet Dedra.
Yeah. And Clea. That's really cool. So I'm going to live vicariously through you while you do that.
And I'm just going to say, Troy, you suck. No. Yeah, those are cool. Where are they?
Washington State Summer Con. So
cool.
I'm like, girl, like they need to do Rhode Island because that'd be such a show. Like I'd be like, nope, don't need any more guests. I got what I wanted. Yeah. Dave says I did the opposite. I ended up back at home after I got married. Man. So what did you think of the finale of Andor? I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you about it.
Oh, my biggest offense that season 1 had was that whole prison sequence. I just couldn't stand it. I got, that they were making parts to the Death Star, but I hate prison sequences. I've never been a fan of them in any show. And so I never did like that. And I've said that, repeated that over, but I really enjoyed season 2. I thought it was a great story. I thought there was some great tense moments. I thought that they'd introduced all these characters and kind of like in Rogue One, everybody has to die by the end. I kind of expected a lot of death or, with a few characters that were saved in all of this. So I enjoyed it. Dave and I had this conversation, and so I'll steal his line, and I didn't think about it till after he did, is the whole baby thing was like, okay, it kind of, because there's this hint of, not that they really got into any romance, but there's a hint of romance in Rogue One with Jen Erso and Cassian. But if you go back to Andor and he knows that Bix is alive, there wouldn't have been any. You could say that maybe he was in save. He's always saving people. He's always wanting to drop in and save people. Because he couldn't save his sister. So maybe this was a moment of him feeling like he had to save her. So
I think it was him. Like if you're at the end of the world, essentially, and you're about to die, and you can see your death literally on the horizon, wouldn't you want to just comfort the other person that you're with at that moment in time? Like you guys have fought so hard to get the message out there. You know that it's been transmitted, and you can be totally at peace with everything that you've done and just kind of be in the moment, like hugging your friends. I never felt like there was anything romantic between Jin and Cassian. Like even before Andor season 2 or Andor season 1, the show even existed. Um, I just felt like they were united in the rebellion. Like they were partners. Like there was nothing like no Han and Leia flirting. There was nothing to tip them off. It was just like, come on, we got to do this. It felt partnership, like a buddy cop thing, without being goofy and silly. Except for K2, but
Yeah, you gotta have K2.
Gotta have K2. Oh my god! So yeah, he was dishing out all the fresh ones in this episode, and I loved it. So
I love that. And when he's talking about in that last line, so if you wouldn't mind pointing that somewhere else.
Yeah. Or are you with us? No. Backhands right over the bridge. And the human shield of like, so crazy and so deserved. Like that was the best thing.
But I really enjoyed it. I had this other discussion that even though episode 9 was the ultimate of the pinnacle of tension and everything that went into season 2, I thought that was kind of like the Empire Strikes Back, because Empire Strikes Back was much more tense than Return of the Jedi.
Oh, for sure.
And I thought that 10, 11, and 12 was much more, even though there's some adventure in there, much more the Return of the Jedi than
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It just felt so like they were kind of gearing towards a finale, just like they were in Return of the Jedi. You're absolutely right. I didn't think of it that way, but it definitely helps. And whether they did or they didn't directly think that way, it definitely feels like it when you watch it.
Well, and the other thing that I noticed is that at that very moment, Cassian says to Jin, your father would be so proud of you. It was very much hey, you accomplished your mission. You did what you needed to.
Yeah, but let's not ignore the fact he tried to kill her father. But it's okay.
Well, yeah, at that point in time, he's changed his mind.
Yeah, thank God.
He got better info, better what do they call it?
Better intel.
Intel, thank you. That was the word.
You're welcome.
Intel. I was coming up with info, and I couldn't get it anymore.
It's okay
because it was too close.
Sherry says after Andor, I no longer felt like there was any hint of romance anymore. Just like you, Ashlee, it was two people who had gone through so much facing the end together. Dave says, I want to watch Rogue One again to see how it feels, but when I initially saw it, I thought Jin and Cassian had romantic tension all along. This arc makes Secret Cargo the climax of the story. Yeah. It's crazy to think of. And it gives yeah, go ahead.
So, welcome to the rebellion. I love that line.
That is the best line. And she's just like, wait, what?
I love it when that kid says to, when he's on, and in the hotel, and the little guy at the desk goes, rebellions are built on hope.
I was so hoping he remembered Cassian. I was so hoping he remembered him.
And then Cassian remembers it, or says it to Jin. And then Jen says it to the rebels at Yavin 4. And I thought, what a great arc of a line that has. That was probably one of the best arcs on the line, it being passed from one person to the next. That was really good.
Especially like a Gorman who is literally sacrificing his life for his people and his planet. And he knows it was greater than him. That's why he threw that grenade. And for a true rebel, to give up his life like that and then pass on the saying to Cassian and then pass it on to Jin.
I liked, the other thing that I liked, it was just something purely off the wall, was the changing of the decoration in the safe house. From when Cassian and Bix first get there to then it being really fixed up. And then, was it Keela or Kayla? Is it
Clea?
Clea. I'm always trying to get the other part of her name right, Clea, tearing things apart and pulling out the secret weapons in there. And it was like, oh man, this is interesting how this safe house has changed over, and Cassian coming back on, I lived here, or was it him or Bix that walked in and said, I used to live here?
It was him.
Yeah,
After he
Cassian.
rescues Mon,
Yeah,
she recognizes that he moves about the place, like he knows where everything goes, and she's like, "This place is familiar to you," and he goes, "I used to live here."
yeah.
So that part was cool. Like she can see it, like that he knows where everything is and the cabinets and stuff. And if you look, it's very dilapidated as the years have gone on. Like they're doing construction in the hallway. It's kind of like closed off on that floor. So yeah. Which is fine. It just makes sure that, K2 can do as much damage as possible and it goes unnoticed.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable experience. I liked the 3 episode drop, though I would have been just as happy with a 2 episode drop.
Yeah.
More than one episode at a night. That always felt so short when they started that out with the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Oh my
I
gosh.
was like,
3
it's
in the
over already?
morning, 45 minutes. Like, why is this episode only 38 minutes? I need to go to bed. I gotta be up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock for work, but I'm awake so that no one ruins this for me. I'm glad they veered away from that because I was through being tired for the for the Marvel and the Star Wars shows. But honestly, I don't, as I've said on other shows, I don't think it could have ended any better. Like I really feel like this just totally nailed the landing on it. And
Now, did you see the news about the little girl in Skeleton Crew that's going to be
yeah,
on the Buffy remake?
yes,
And then I
congratulations,
saw
Ryan.
somebody kind of went, "Oh, does that mean we're not going to get season 2 because she's going to be busy with another project?" Um,
I don't
you
think they
never know.
announced a season 2, but if they did, I'm sure she'd come back.
Yeah.
I guess
Well,
Star
what they
Wars.
were trying to stretch it by saying we're not going to get season 2 because she's going to be busy doing Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for her, and you can tell it meant a lot to her and a lot to her dad.
Yeah. Yeah, I was excited for her.
So
I'd like to see people succeed.
yeah, and
It's always fun.
she's a baby. Her name is Ryan Kira Armstrong. She played Fern in Skeleton Crew. She's going to be working with Sarah Michelle Gellar as the new Slayer in the Buffy reboot that's going to be on Hulu in a year or so. So I'm excited for her, and can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah, it's good to see these guys succeed and get something else. No one-hit wonders in Star Wars.
That's right. Did anybody make it out to Motor City Comic Con this weekend or any other cons this weekend?
I saw some people that aren't here tonight, but Catherine and Jeff.
Oh yeah.
They were there. Who else was there? I saw a couple people posting from there.
That's so cool. They had a pretty good guest list this year.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good show.
It was easier to do when I lived in the Midwest because it was like 2 hours from my house. But now I'm not so lucky. It's like
it also didn't look so overloaded with people too. It looked like it was something that was attended but not overly intended.
Right. And that's kind of the good thing. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Dave. Ryan goes from Star Wars to Buffy, where Sarah went from Buffy to Star Wars.
There we go.
So for those who don't know, Sarah Michelle Gellar is the voice of the Seventh Sister in Star Wars Rebels. You guys love Inquisitors? That's her.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a good guest list at Motor City. I had a few friends that were there that actually went, and I'm like, oh, I remember those dates. The only thing I didn't like about Motor City is it always seemed to downpour whenever I was there, and the cell phone service, if you had AT&T, you were fine. If you had any other carrier, your cell phone service was crap. And that caused a lot of problems. Thankfully, I had AT&T. So,
well, and we didn't mention to those that are watching that our beloved Mark is out gambling his life away in Las Vegas. Not really.
yes.
He's doing the trade show out in
Yeah.
in
So
Say
with
to Nova.
Rubies and
Why
NECA
is it
and
that I can't say
Novo.
to Nova?
Yeah, it's a very complicated thing to say.
Yeah. Who the
So
hell
yeah,
came
once
up with that
again,
name?
he goes from Tennessee to Las Vegas, but he'll be back. I promise, he'll be back. Not next week because we have next week off for Memorial Day, so we'll be
Yes.
running a repeat next week, so you guys can enjoy yourself. We'll be replaying episode 1 of Clone Wars Revisited, which is the first episode of the series. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing. But other than that, we had Mark back for a second on Friday night.
And get the gang all back.
I know. It's been a lot going on, and allergies are kicking my butt right now. It's like trees.
Work is kicking my butt, but I am thankful for the work. But there's just so much of it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You must still be in the cleanup process right now.
We're in the weeds, as they say. In the weeds.
It's not fun.
Yeah, it was. I took a picture yesterday of the view from the Jedi Way parties that we had. Going, okay, going to be tough to pull one off this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Between Raleigh in July and then August seemed like a good time, except for the fact that we're all going to be going to Texas for the shall we get it done? Dave, listen, here it is. The Rebel Scum Comic-Con.
Yeah, so make sure you guys go out there and see all of our VCN contingent with the exception of myself.
And we're going to be doing a Boonta Eve party for the Rebel Scum Comic-Con. And we're going to have a big old time, and enough about that.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like, tickets are still on sale for the Boonta Eve.
Dave said, show the graphic.
Yeah. Oh, my God, Dave. Do you know how hard it is to find these graphics?
And then we got to go back and put the regular graphic on there. I mean,
do you really
this is the B team
to do this? Yeah, we're not that cool, Dave.
Watch.
I'm trying.
If I just say his name. Spencer's not here, so he won't know that we didn't do it.
Boop. There we go. Sorry.
Okay, enough of that.
Rebel Scum gone. Yeah.
See, this is what happens.
This is truly what happens. Yeah, we end up like this.
We're out in space, the final frontier.
Space. Okay, hold on, I got it.
Actually, I like that shot.
La 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 la. There we go.
Ta-da! There we go. Bang.
I'm trying to find our skin thing underneath, and I cannot. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I'm trying, guys. Sorry. Looking for our ticker underneath, and I can't.
Are we excited about tonight's episode?
I am. This is like kind of red flag number 1 with Anakin and Padme. So this part kind of, I don't know. It's unsettling to me.
I am. Like,
girl, get out.
I was looking at my Instagram, and of course, I posted the I think Scooby puts that up. The Clone Wars, the virtual canteen is like, what's going to happen tonight, and played that, or looked at that, and then I looked down, and now you can see if you go to that page, all your because I posted it on my page, I could see the interactions and who had actually looked at it. I was like, there are people that I know not from Star Wars that were looked at that and said, what's going on? What's going on? Somebody had built a house for, all kinds of interesting folks.
Oh, that's cool.
But we're getting close. So those of you who haven't, go ahead and get your Disney Plus players all queued up, ready to play. Season 2, episode 4. How old are you? I'm 4 years old.
I'm 4 years old. Yeah, it's Senate Spy, and it says Padme investigates a separatist conspiracy in the Senate.
Aha.
And Anakin gets jelly.
You're gonna read it this time instead of putting that up. Too many back and forths.
Yeah, because it's not even in here, to be honest with you. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't see you.
Oh, it's in there. We just don't know where it is.
All right. Let me find myself some countdowns, kids. Sorry. Oh, that's background music. Wow. Okay. I found you. Okay. So queue up your Disney Plus, Season 2, Episode 4, Senate Spy, and we're going to begin right now. Yay, it works.
Is that mine or yours?
I think it's yours.
It was
It says
mine.
a true heart should never be
I had
doubted.
one volume. And the number 1.
A true heart should never be doubted. Yeah, Anakin. Stop doubting my girl Padme.
I love the way they draw the beards, where it's like all here, and then you look behind it and there's like a cavity.
Shut up, 3PO. Where's my lady?
I want my lady.
That'll be all, 3PO. Get out.
Seems quite reflective of my real life right now as my wife gets home. Of course, she's so tired there and going, woohoo!
Brought dinner. What is it? Like sushi?
Five blossom beard. Do you think they could have made her a little bit more hippie?
I was gonna say, like, I don't know. That's
a little over the top.
She looks bigger than he does. Like, it just weird proportions everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do, Obi-Wan. Yeah. Don't even play.
At this point, I think he was just figuring it out.
Like, I don't know what it is, but the animation makes her head look ginormous. Like, hers compared to his, it's like...
It's her big eyes.
The top of her head.
This would be your specialty. You would know. The artiste.
Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, between you and Dave, we should have a little art talk about animation. We'll bring on Dave as a special guest and talk about animation and all the weirdness.
Yep, Dave gets it. Welcome to Women in Animation, always over-exaggerated proportions in some way. Facts. Clovis, is that name again?
Yeah, it's like
Need a spy? Call him Clovis. Obi-Wan's like, bazinga.
yeah, oops. Yeah, he can't say no because he's already goofed up and explained, or can't explain how he knows more about her personal life than what he should.
Yeah. And now he's going to
Oh,
be mad at for it.
yeah, and isn't that a little strange that a Jedi gets in her cart and then floats her out where she would normally do a speech?
Right. That is so strange. I guess they needed to talk alone. Girl?
Yep, she fell for that. Someone needs to find out the truth.
Because you already said no, girl.
I love it how why shouldn't it be me? So now she's arguing it should be her, and he's arguing it shouldn't. This is hilarious.
I've been trained to be shot at. It's fine. Totally fine. There's a fan cut. Edit interactions between Obi and Annie with dialogue from Leonard and Sheldon. Well, that works. Yeah, you accept it now.
And he can't say, "I'm your husband. Don't I have a say in this?"
Mm-mm. Oh, face Anakin.
The closer you can get to him, I'll do whatever is necessary.
That's what you get for bailing on your lady, Anakin.
Is that C-3PO?
I don't know. It looks like him. I see that rabbit droid again.
It would make sense that he would be in the restaurant with her.
Ugh, this guy.
There must be a dog on the TV out in my living room because I just heard get a
Or cat.
and once a fake chicken.
Oh, he's so Greasy. Ew. Hello, little girl.
With his eyes that come, he's got his lids down halfway into his eyes. Makes him sleazy looking, doesn't it?
It does. How dare you make your rabbit droids carry all your stuff? Calm down, Anakin. What? Oh my gosh. Shiny. Ugh. Just, yeah, totally.
Yep.
There's a shirt that says that. Anakin has the same outfit that she has on in episode 3.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
I was so too. And look at the robot. Really.
Ew. This episode should just be called Greasy.
Some of the same technology when we looked at the Death Star in episode 2.
Mm-hmm. Ew.
I hate for something to happen to you.
She's
Yeah.
got like a million fashion outfits, so
Now that we found his weakness. It's so hard to believe that it's been a month since Celebration.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Seems like it was just a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
Now, who voiced Clovis? Is it somebody that did anything else?
Let me see. Clovis. Robin Atkin Downs. So same voice actor that did Cham Syndulla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Baron Rush Clovis, also known as Greasy McGreaserson.
Greasy McCriticism. That's
Oh,
fine.
girl.
Oh,
You got
she's definitely
roofied.
feeling good now.
For what we know Padme's hair to look like, that looks so basic. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not a very when she came out, you know, she was supposed to be dressed to impress. And
Hmm.
oh,
Calm down, Anakin.
well, he might be right this time. She is in a little danger.
It's the climate change. Girl.
You should feel the difference when you've been poisoned. Yeah, I love it. You saw that one coming a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
Padme.
Nope, because you interrupt everybody.
Just drop it in the back of your dress.
Oh, and this is where the Aladdin syndrome kicks in. Like, stop looking and just get out.
Uh-oh.
R2, King of Messengers.
All the messages he's held all over his life. I'm not here in 5 minutes. Leave me.
Dun dun dun. Hello. What are you doing?
Sure, I'm just catching that now. A lot of boob tape. Technically, if you look at it really closely, Sherry, it's it's dress, and then it has sheer that comes up to her neck. See it at her neck?
Angry Annie. Face.
I love this.
Quickly, 3PO, as in
Love that.
move.
We must make haste.
Punch that guy in the face. Y'all.
This one was not as much jealousy as the next one.
Oh, definitely not.
The next one with Clovis in it is a definite jealous rage.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that had moved far enough along in the timeline that he was starting to show the effects of the dark side of the
Dun
Force.
dun dun.
Dun,
Oh
dun.
man,
Well, that was a good episode.
it was, and like Padme, having like Princess Jasmine kind of vibes there, and like luring Clovis to, get what she wants, and Anakin's just like, uh. So
Yes,
that was very, very Aladdin and Jasmine-esque.
it was a good episode. It was, you know, a little, like I said, showing the early signs of Anakin when he could manage to be just a little bit jealous, but not really bad,
Yeah, exactly.
and then sticking it to Clovis in the end. I'm not giving you your disc back. Deal with it.
Yeah, you got survival skills. Figure it out. It's totally fine.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Everything will be okay. Yes.
Nah.
Not so much.
So this week, I have to say, not only did episode 2 Obi-Wan with real as in wool hair drop for Hot Toys, but they dropped a BD-1 and a Chopper set in their Imperial disguises with a little mouse droid figure set. Hot Toys did, and I'm like, oh. So they've been really unkind. And it's like, okay, I really need it because I don't have an artisan Obi-Wan, and they just started making one, and then they drop another Chopper, and I'm like, I have to get him, and it's BD, and I was like, okay, and a little mouse droid. So that
Sucks
needed
to
to
be
be in the
you.
collection. I know, it's terrible. On top of like
Christmas is
Cassian
coming.
and K2. Oh yeah. But it's okay. Like I love that stuff. So and then episode 3, Anakin becoming Darth Vader. So he's on the slab and he's got a full operation happening and he's like breaking out of the chains. No. So it's that version of Anakin / Vader. So that's
Very
really
cool. Very cool.
yeah.
I'd
So
like to see a little bit
it's on my
more
list.
delving into the. I know they have somewhat in the comics, but delving into the Darth Vader, where he just fully, releases himself to the dark side, where he just says, "Oh well, screw it," Padme's gone, the
Tales from
Republic
Vader's
is fallen.
Castle.
I will be who I am. Because we don't get as much of that. We get it when it involves, the creation of the Death Star and that kind of stuff, but we don't get that full, just all on badass Darth Vader. Not that that's a good thing, but still,
Oh, I
good
know.
storytelling.
It's the true dark side. Like he's just not only is he delving into like all the things that make the dark side, but it's magic and like dark magic as well that he gets into in the comics. And yeah, like fully embraces Sith power.
We need a live action Darth Vader series.
Oh, Dave. Oh my God. If this were the case, it says every time Anakin overreacts, drinks, we will be absolutely wasted by the end of season. I want to say the next episode.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we're gonna be white girl wasted on that. It's crazy.
So let's see. What do we got going on the Virtual Cantina Network this week? Tomorrow we've got the shenanigans of the Zoom chat.
Chats.
And then Wednesday, are we daughters?
No, Wednesday we are Nerf herders.
Nerf herders. The Nerf herders.
Make sure you
The
guys.
boys that are like,
So they're going to do season 2 of Andor Thoughts. That's Wednesday at 8 p.m. And then Thursday night is the VCN watch along with Marty Matulis. Vane himself will be joining the boys. So make sure you check that out. They're going to be watching Rogue One. So if you haven't watched Rogue One post Andor yet,
and maybe one day in the near future, maybe somebody will come and hang out with us.
Yeah.
You never know.
We've
asked so many.
They did announce it.
We've asked James. I got to reach out to Matt. He's about to have another baby.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Well, yeah. Baby number 2 is on the way. I think she's like 4 months pregnant.
Yeah. Way to go. Congrats, Matt and fam. But we're going to have a very special guest on Clone Wars Revisited on June 2nd. That's our first year back post Memorial.
I wasn't sure we had an official announce date. That's why I was joking.
We announced it on Friday night. We're going to be joined by the lovely and amazing Anna Graves, Rebel Scum Con, Bunta Eve special edition special guest. So she'll be joining us for this, and I'm telling you, I'm going to cry through the whole damn thing because Satine and Obi-Wan are my peoples. Telling you, I'm not going to be able to handle it. But if you can think of any questions that you might want us to ask Anna or get in the chat and ask Anna some questions, please do so. This is interactive. We want you guys to ask her questions just as much as we do. And it'll be great to have her as our first official special guest on the show. Really excited about that. Duchess Satine Kryze herself. Corky Kryze's mom. Just saying. The t-shirt never lies. Just saying.
Oh, that's
Yes.
funny.
Oh, Dave, we're gonna ask the quirky question. It's gonna be there. It's front and center. Like, okay, Mark's gonna be wearing the shirt, and it's gonna happen. Oh, Sherry, yeah. So if you can think of anything you want to ask her other than the quirky question, because that's happening, it is, please think of it, write it down, save it in your phone, and come back in 2 weeks and ask her. I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll see you then. That'll be fun.
Yeah. So as far as like a new episodes after that, Unifying Force is brand new on Sunday at 11 a.m. with Gio, Kat, and Dave.
Always good conversations.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very deep, very thought-provoking. So make sure you guys check that out. Any idea what you'll be covering, Dave, or you haven't gotten down to that? It just says new episode in the graphic. But I'm going to be really excited. So our show next week, as I said, it's going to be a repeat of our very first episode of Clone Wars Revisited, Season 1, Episode 1.
Skip needs to get his first week off.
Yes, Skip needs a timeout. Like a month after Japan. Yeah, no clue as always. But you know what? That makes for a fun discussion because then you can just kind of riff off each other.
Whatever comes to your mind.
Exactly. And
you're not locked into something.
We go with the flow. Absolutely. You're as going with the flow as the eye of Eldani. It's just
woohoo.
Anyway, yeah. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks here on Clone Wars Revisited. Thank you so much for joining us and watching another awesome episode with us. And we'll catch you all in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Long live the Republic.
May the Force be with you always.
Always.
Hello there. Hi, I'm Mark Von Olin, the Director of Programming at the Virtual Cantina Network, and I'm here with James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, I know that one well. I have the high ground if I... Wait, yes. Thank you. Now I have the high ground. And you are watching Clone Wars Revisited. This is the show you're looking for.